It is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. This taken in about 4 yards deep. We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
On 1st down, Dixon. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The throw in the middle, taken in. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 22. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
The tackle by Giovanni.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 18-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Second and 4 at the 11-yard line.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
3rd and 1.
Now Drake. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
7-yard line.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. On the delay, it's Ballage. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kalen Ballage, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Lions nothing.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throwing is Stafford. Rolling to his right. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Complete.
A big play there for Detroit. 54 yards. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Prater to kick off for Detroit.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
10 at their own 16-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
To throw on second down, Dixon. And that is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a first down as well. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
The tackle by
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
He should have touched the ball last week. They're not going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that. Remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way. And is much more successful as well.
An incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Running from the shotgun with Drake. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun, and they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They'll set up the screen to Drake. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down in defense.
On the return. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Throwing on first down. Dixon. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
That's the end of the first quarter.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. They'll run with Drake. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play,
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal, please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Stafford going to give it to Swift. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs?
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Jordan Brooks. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
It's second down.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They run out of the gun with Swift. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Here's Stafford. They'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
A gain of 9 yards.
That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Running is Swift. A beautiful spin and room to run. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have tied it. If they hit the extra point, they'll have the lead. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
Score Lions 14, Saints 13. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is Jakeem Grant. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you met fan base bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
On first down, Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you try to start the field.
Jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Looking to throw. Dixon. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. A 5-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dixon got his man complete over the middle. That's Drake. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a draw play with Drake. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled.
It's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, the guy just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Dixon
stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a gain.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
Drake on the carry.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Lutz on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And Lutz puts this one through. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2.
16.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on 3rd down, Stanford. And he hits him in stride. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Down Detroit.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Flush to his right. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on second down. Dixon. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he will bring it back. Interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is up to 5.
16. Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Dixon. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field. I don't think this is going to stand.
Don't put the points on the board just yet.
So that one a disaster. A big loss there with 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dixon. He's going to take another shot here. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Off play action. Dixon. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Jakeem Grant in the final seconds of the first half. And once again, the Saints are back out in front.
Will Lutz lining up for.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. The final shot before the break. Stafford flushed out right. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Complete.
25 yards that time.
It's a gain of...
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space. The big guys leading the way.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
At the 10-yard
line. No matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
Once again, it's Swift. He's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Out of the gun, Stafford. And this is going to be intercepted. Puts off by Marcus Williams. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. There was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going.
Out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the 50, Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up near the 42. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Screenplay, Johnson. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Dixon. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
They run it with Balaj. Trying. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 17-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
The quick slant caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And it's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints have moved down in front. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On third down, Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And incomplete on the deep ball. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23. 15 yards on the play, first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Stafford on third down. And that will not to be. It's incomplete. So he couldn't hook up. His time is now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
A 32-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now Balaj. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
And he's able to get it out of there. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over first and 10. Stafford on first down. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead.
Makes the score.
Extra point good by Prater. And that gives them a 3-point lead.
Matt Prater to kick off for Detroit.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Balaj. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Kalen Balaj, the ball carrier. He was taken down at the 22-yard line.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They'll run here with Balaj. And Justin Coleman brings him down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Dixon. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And for the 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have never been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Operating from the gun. Stafford steps away to it, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Matthew Stafford, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Makes the score.
Prater for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Jakeem Grant now to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here? And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on 2nd down, Dixon. Left side, Hopkins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 4th down, Dixon. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jakeem Grant, 76 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he'll get it up near the 35, right to 34 here.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Running the jet sweep with Jones. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. They go to Johnson again. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He loses 4, and it brings up 4. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Well, going into the final play of this game. They knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Lions, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6.